Well, here we are in Daryl Chonka's studio. This is called
Big Bay Sound.
Big Bay Sound. And this is very south end of Salt Spring Island off in Burgoyne Bay. Amazing studio space right on the water. And here we have Daryl Chonka. We've known Daryl for a number of years on the island, and he's just a really wonderful friend, and it's just a real pleasure to have you here, Daryl, too, and actually be in your studio. So this is the first time for us, and just being amongst all this equipment, I'm just, you know what really intrigues me with all of this, all these levers, is, to me, it's like a symphony orchestra, and you've got it all at your fingertips. Tell me about this.
Well, that's the recording process, absolutely. We layer various arrangements of instruments and people singing and playing together. Sometimes they're playing at the same time in the same space, and other times we layer them. So we'll start with rhythm and some guitar or some singing and add things. Sometimes I'm sending files that we've created here, sounds that we've created here, I'll send to Europe. People will put tracks on them and send them back. Sometimes we've gone to South America, Africa, a bunch of different contexts where, you know, people are playing from all over the world, and our technology allows that. And then, like you said, it goes in and there's an orchestra.
And you can just pull pieces out and splice them in. And how exciting.
Yeah,
so you actually have performers right in the studio here, and you're recording them at the same time? Yeah, at the same time.
The majority of the time. That's the way that I prefer to work, is having a very live context where what's going on is going on in the present moment, as opposed to, you know, this kind of premeditated layering of stuff. Yeah.
And the people that are coming here for the recordings, are they all islanders, or are some of them off-island musicians? Both,
yep. There's I stay as open as I possibly can to the local, and helping whoever I can out to just promote that as it's been given to me. You know, coming to Salt Spring, it's a supportive place. If people know you're here to stay, the doors just open wide, and I'm really grateful to be in a position now where I can offer that as well. And as well, you know, there's international work that I get to do, and there's you know, national work, all sorts of Canadian people coming, and it's great because, you know, Salt Spring is an amazing place to be, let alone to create in.
Yeah, and you know, right from the very beginning, I've always believed in the music on Salt Spring, and there's something about the aura around Salt Spring and music. I just, right from the beginning, I wanted to just dive into the performance here.
Yeah, great.
So you were just mentioning that you've had a couple of CDs that you've produced just in the last little while.
Yeah.
How many CDs?
Oh, there's been quite a few. The last two were Rasma Burt's. We just recorded an album of classical medieval winter songs.
Very nice.
That was really interesting. It was beautiful. Some really beautiful players on it. And before that was David Hallam, Brian Nash, and Peter McFarlane, and Dale, and Lane 31 came in and recorded their second album, which was really neat and awesome experience. Yeah, it's great. It's just really great to be part of the local. Yeah,
for sure.
Yep.
And about your own music, because you've been playing, often see you at the Treehouse, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So where are you going with your music, Daryl?
Well, as you know, I've also been working in a visual context, producing interactive. Well, it's inevitable because the two are kind of coming together. Producing this live interactive visual experience that is 3D animation and video, and all sorts of really cool technology that some friends of mine in Toronto and LA have made, and I tested out for them. So that's a big part of my music now, is that my sound's changing. The people that I'm playing with are also tech savvy, so they understand a lot of this, you know, this techno jargon. And so what we're doing is bringing together a music that's a little bit more visual, a little more cinematic, still folky, and still has a lot of lyrical message, but that interlocks in real time with this visual show that we're producing as well. So this has occupied a tremendous amount of time, just putting the pieces of that together, let alone, you know, writing and creating content. Just developing the technology has been incredible, and I'm such a Neanderthal, really, when it comes down to it. It's
not
funny.
Hard to be.
It's funny to be.
So fast,
yeah. It's funny to be surrounded by all of this, and really, I look over in the corner, and the acoustic guitar and the piano are what I really relate to most. But the way to tell stories is always evolving. Yeah. The medium with which we do that, and I have a true curiosity for science fiction and fantasy. So these new tools that are coming up that are seemingly science fiction are, for them to be graspable immediately is just incredible. So I'm happy to put that time in.
Well, I remember one of the first ones that I went to was the one with Sewang. And that was just beautiful at Art Spring when you used a lot of his photographs and then getting into the whole Medicine Buddha meditation at the end. I still remember that so clearly. It was such a powerful thing because not only the wonderful voice that Sewang has, the incredible message that's just so resonates really deeply, but the visual. Whenever I use Medicine Buddha, I just find this constant pulse, and it's because of the visuals that you brought into that. Yeah.
Got through.
And then you did one with Harry Manx.
Yeah, Harry, I was open to that. He's great. Yeah.
So you find the musicians are pretty open to.
Yeah, there's a certain level of. I think it's esoterics that has to be already present in the music to allow something like that to really shine, for it to come together seamlessly, and otherwise it appears like boxes in a TV show, and it's kind of this.
Do you dream this?
Oh, that's a whole different conversation. Whole different conversation.
So apart from this great recording studio and a lot of the work that you're doing, bringing in the visuals, you're also on tour, and this is going to be, is it a second tour that you're doing now with Randy Bachman? Yeah,
it's a second stretch. I'm touring as his guitar tech, stage tech. Yeah, it's awesome. It's rock and roll grad school.
So you're going across Canada and into Europe?
Yep, Canada, Europe, the States. Basically, that's the next stretch, I believe, that goes through till September, October.
Yeah, and you've toured with Randy in the past.
I have, yeah.
And that must have been an amazing experience.
It is. It's always a great adventure, and it's a great learning experience. I've had my mind completely blown, in my approach to music and the industry and art, and just the curiosity for life has just been, it's been fed continually. So Randy has been an amazing mentor. The people that he works with are just an incredible team, and to see how it all works and how he's, sustained over, challenges that I could only dream of. He's quite a
wonderful to have these mentors in our life.
Oh, and truly.
You are a mentor for so many others as well, so it just keeps paying forward.
One of my, I think of all my mentors right now, I think probably Harry Manx is probably my biggest, and somebody who I can truly relate to on a lot of levels, musically, and his, his approach to, his business,
and his
absolutely, and the level of consciousness that he brings into his music. He's found a really nice bridge between the esoteric and the practical, and I really respect that.
Wow, so lucky that we have him here on the island.
Yeah, it's been great.
Thank you very much, Daryl. This has really been a pleasure talking with you, and looking forward to more wonderful nights at the Treehouse.
Okay, thank you.